Comrades, friends, welcome back to our beautiful Republic of Tecnovakia. We are in the season finale, and it's a little bit of a shorter season this time, but the episodes are longer. It's just due to me not having the time to schedule more recordings this week and last. It's just been a little hectic, but yeah, maybe I'll do a little channel update on that. Maybe you guys just trust me, I'd spend the time I had on recording. Anywho, we got a lot to do, a lot of tasks left unfinished, and we want to tie up the loose ends, so next season we can actually get into expansion mode, I think. At least for the planning and the building up of the last bits of infrastructure. So we need to finish up, and that's going to be the list of today's tasks. We first of all need to finish up this industrial area over here, and I'll just unpause the game. Not too much left to do, but there's a little bit left to do. Especially we need to fit the oil refueling, the oil fuel unloading station. I think that is correct. Also, we have our new home for the construction materials, and that's gonna draw a little bit of cash. We're gonna remodel this road network a little bit here. And to that end, actually, I will start here, and then we'll... because we need some space here. I want a bridge over these rails, because we're going to have a lot of traffic here, even more than we have now, I think. And all the construction material supplies are going to move into this area. Then we have a little bit of a fix in Stettin, not too much. Yeah, that should be the agenda for today's episode. Before we get into it though, guys, a little warning. I have bought a new keyboard, so I might actually play a little more awkward and slower than usual. And this one is mechanical. So you might hear some of that sound. I didn't set up my filters properly. Properly. But I'll do that. I hope it's not too annoying. We don't need that much key movement and focus on resources. Anyway, okay, we need to get rid of that because I need this alternative road. Actually, what am I doing? No, this one we need. Or do we need it? Where does that lead to? It leads to nowhere. Okay, we can actually remove that one as well. There we go. That should make it a little easier to remodel these streets. We also want to remove this part and then draw a new bit of road just through here. Awesome. And we can then actually come in here. But I want to redo... Let's pause for a second. I want to redo maybe this part here. So we'll just have that run a second. There we go. It's a little bit of a dirty trick, I know. But okay, so we'll draw out here and then come in here. Just so we have this as smooth as possible. Actually, is it better to go... like this and this? Yeah, I think that might be better, and we might actually... no, here should be okay. This should be okay. And then we bring in the street back here. Great. We'll reconnect this dude here. And then we'll spend 40 grand on that, but... oh, actually, we also need to redo this part. Go. Okay, that is easy enough. Niente problema. And there we go. So we have an alternative route here now, and we are rich anyway. That is awesome that this worked out with the steel supply that we have now. We really have a lot of money to do some remodeling, which has been postponed a lot, but now we actually can afford it. Alrighty, so this area here, I think I'll want to start on that right away. The question is how we're gonna address it. We do need an alternative connection to this industrial area while we're building in it. So I think we'll just go ahead and connect through here maybe, if that's possible at all. Not really. Here somewhere, please. No. Why not, actually? That should fit through here, no? Too close to the road intersection. But there's no intersection. And now I can't see anything anymore. Okay, great. Let's actually speed through the night. I cannot see anything at all. And while we do that, we'll go over to Stettin, check out our little luxury district with the lighting. Yeah, that actually looks nice. I do want, as soon as we finish these parts here... Actually, you know what? I think we can also... We can still reach the bus stop through the back here. So I think we can actually afford to do all of this here and up to here. That should work out. I hope I didn't do it in order that'll confuse the construction office. Let's just check it out, see if we got any question marks here. Any confused vehicles that don't know the meaning of life. Nope, I don't see any question marks. Okay. Cool. But that looks good. It's a little too little. We don't have enough lights yet. But the part that we illuminated I think is good. I don't want this part here to be illuminated just yet. Well, but we'll figure it out. Ooh. Yeah, we have a lot of waiting students. I'll tell you, what can we do? We need these professionals to be working in the hospital as well. Well, actually we could up just a little, have a little more room for teaching. Anyway, we got daylight again. Let's go over to Berlin and continue on the quest to find an alternative road over. Can we just expand here? No, we cannot. Oh, it was here somewhere. Very annoying. Okay, so we still have this part though. They can still travel here. And then over there. And we could we cross here? We can actually cross here, so I think that's what we'll do. We'll go here, take off a little, and bring this in here, like so. And then do a second crossing here, because we don't yet have any... yeah, we don't yet have anybody using that train station here. So we could connect here. So that is an alternative route that they could take. So we can cancel this. We can cancel this bit of road here. But we can't cancel it yet, obviously. We do need to block off a little bit here. And now wait for the dust to settle. There we go. You can turn around. Everybody turns around. Go, please. And we are good to go, I think. Okay, perfect. We're gonna pause anyway, just in case some craziness happens, but I think we're good. This one here is gonna connect down to there. Okay, so let us get to work. We don't need this part of the road anymore. We'll need this part, but I think we can... Yeah, we'll leave it hanging in this part as well. Alrighty, so the thing we need, or the thing I want, is... How to best explain that? Number one, we want to move the asphalt plant, the concrete plant, and the gravel loading station all up in this area, so we get free space here to remodel our dry goods and to eventually place a heating plant, and to also have our building supply compacted. Oh, speaking of compacted, I think I forgot something that I found. Just a quick fix. Yes, I forgot this. We need to buy some fuel here. That's quick fix number 1. And the worst part is I really... Oh, where are you guys going? Okay, we'll check that out in a second. I forgot to reconnect my wires here, which is quite bad because everybody here is out of power. Like this thing here doesn't have power, so they couldn't fuel up. Anyway, so where are you guys going? Loading gravel, and you want to go to unfinished road 1848. Where is 1848? Let's check it out. But you are already here. So what's the problem? They can't reach the gravel supply. They can go through here. Through... No, they could reach the gravel. It's a bit of a travel, I admit. But they can reach it through several ways. So I don't quite get what the problem is. Don't quite get this. Maybe because temporarily? Because we cut that road there? Ah, yeah, I get the problem. We did not reconnect this construction office, which is where they live, right? Okay, one found the meaning of life. How about you? You still have questions? To be or not to be? No, he also found the meaning of life. Awesome. Good, we reconnected everybody. Great. I'm gonna redo this part a little bit. Just with gravel, just to be a little more space efficient, like so. Because we do now come to the most joyous part of the game, and that is bridge building. I mean, it's such a joy. It's hard to find words to express it. We could redo this section a little. Is it worth it though? I don't think. It's just gonna be a little more weird. Let's try. I mean, at the risk of redoing this, let's give it a good old college try. Number 1 is gonna be we need to place this fuel tank. And actually, this is a little inconvenient. There we go. Do this. Are you serious? Just come here. So. And now we can do this. Cool. That's too sharp of a turn. Obviously, where can we go? This. You know what? Of course that doesn't work. Of course that doesn't work, because reasons. That's too sharp. Why can't the game just... I mean, like with the rails, it will just draw the curve it needs. But with this, it'll just try and follow your curve. Which obviously doesn't work. So, like this, okay. Great. So now we have this. Can we actually? No, we cannot. But that's okay. It's just a temporary thing anyway. Jesus, I get sidetracked so easily. Oil, bitumen, there we go. So we want this storage. And I did play around with how I want this area to look off camera already. And we can't, like, there's a really tight spacing opportunity if we bring this very close to the rail, but the problem is then it will lift up the soil here a bit and it will push soil over the rail, over the tracks, and you can, that's like a graphical, it will look like the rail is buried, the trains can still drive, everything still functions, but it's really ugly, so we don't want to do that. We actually want to, I don't know what that's the easy way. We'll just try and even this out over here. Just like so, and then we can try and place this tank a bit easier. Okay, and we'll place it... that's really difficult. We want it as close as possible. Maybe... Okay, okay, this worked. Whew. Because it's such a hassle, like if you... Man, you don't know how nervous I was, because if you click that, and then the dirt pushes over the track, now you're stuck with rebuilding the track there. So we definitely didn't want to do that. At least I didn't want to. Okay, now we'll average this out just a tad. Okay, so we get rid of that yellow in there. Cool. Okay, so we have that now. Now we need a bridge over this here rail. I think I'll try and redo this a little bit. I think it's just a bit too close here. Maybe just a little. So you and you. Just go out a little more. We don't really have that opportunity, do we? We can go... Let's see, we could go here and here. But that actually won't do as much good. Let's actually remove... We got the... that one and that one. Let's remove those and... we take off the edge here. We can take a little more off. Like so. I think that gives us the most room to redo this. Yeah. Like so. We need a bit of perspective. Oops! That wasn't perspective. We need to go to here. Okay. Now there's already a train there, being confused with life. That's okay. We all have that sometimes. We'll just come out here. So, just have this curve a little more, yeah, like that. This edge here a bit. Like so. It's not much, but yeah, it's not too much, but it's a little extra space we have, a little extra straight. Okay, and then we have that, and then let's have that built first. We have had weird crashes of the game, and then we'll have the semaphores back in place, like so. Okay, weird crashes in the game when you remodel stuff while you're in planning mode. Okay, that guy should now find his way. Move to this stop. What's the problem? Did I not connect anything? He should find his way. He seems to have found it. There we go. Okay. Good. Now we can redo that part of the road as a bridge. And that should come in here with minimal waste of space. 3, 4, and as high as possible, because it really looks ugly if you don't have the height. How's this? That's okay. That's okay, I'd say. Let's try. Come over here and then come down again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And bring it down to here. the bridge looks all right. Not too bad. Yeah, I could live with that. I could definitely live with that. We just need to redraw parts of the road here, which hopefully we can currently do. We can. So if we connect it here, let's see how this would go here. So we want to move parts here as well. So we want to redraw this a little bit. Like so. Maybe a little more. Just have a nice curve here. We do have the money anyway. It doesn't hurt at all. Like so. And then come in for the... This is here. I think that is pretty decent. Okay, so let's do another thing. I need to connect here. So we could either finagle our road through here, or we could try and do this the proper way and have a nice road crossing there. Actually, we can just remove that part. This one we still need. It's gonna go. I hope the game won't crash on me. Because that's the thing, like when you have these planned constructions and then you do play around, sometimes it really just goes back to desktop. So I'm sitting here sweating, hoping, praying. Anyway, we'll have a proper road crossing, like so. Bring this up here as close as possible. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Yeah, come on, come on. That was the sweet spot. This one does look pretty good to me. I'll place this. Okay, and then we can have the connection here. And we can connect this here. Cool. The next thing we need is another road crossing for the oil here. Doesn't really matter which one. This one here is good. And we'll have to place this up a little here. What the? Oh, I done goofed up my... Okay. I goofed up my bridge. That wasn't good. That was not good at all. I goofed my bridge. Okay. Because I did, yeah. I did set this down. Oh well. How we go about this? I want you up here. The difficulty I'm having with this is that we need enough road to also connect our concrete plant to the road. Try it here. Or we come up here. I don't actually see why. There we go. I was about to say I don't actually see why there wouldn't be a possible pipe connection. But let's check this out. That is okay. It's not the straightest bit of road, but it's tolerable. And then if we came up here. somewhere here. Am I? That's 4 high. That's might have to live with 3 high. Might have to live with that. The upside of building it only 3 high is that we don't get the rising part of the bridge. Okay, never mind. The upside is that we don't get the inclining part of the bridge on top of our rail track. The downside is it's only 3 high. Okay, I have a problem with the bridge. Oh, okay. It needs to be angled a little bit more. From here. Here, so. That would work. It looks kind of straight to me. Is that too... It's almost too low, isn't it? Well, actually the train... Let's see. If you compare this to the train, I mean, yeah, that is okay. It's almost twice the height of the train, if I'm judging this properly. So that should look alright if the trains pass through there, I think. Okay, maybe I was overdoing it. Maybe I was overdoing it. How does this part look? Not too great though. So I need to remove that part again. So it's the game really makes it difficult for you to build pretty. We'll get done as pretty as at least possible for me. Not here. Why can't we connect? Seriously? Yeah, seriously. Ah, you are making me mad. Okay, so what if we angle the tank slightly? This side is more. We could do that, right? Yeah, we could angle that slightly. That shouldn't be any problem. Could build this here. Then we'll have a nice connection there. Oops, why am I unplugging in there? And then we can finish the bridge. Here. And come in nice and smooth here. And from there into there. Yeah. I think that looks okay. I don't know why the bridge looks a little like it's being pushed to one side. Maybe we'll just flatten out this part a little. No. Height from center. Just flatten that a little. There we go. It's down. Up. Oops. That's good. Not good at all. Oh, I know why you bastard. Okay, like so. And then connect these two parts again. Up here. Come around and in. And then build this part. Yeah, I think that actually looks pretty good. And the bridge is as straight as can be. I mean, soon we're gonna have the patch, so I'm gonna redo this. We're making plenty of money anyway, so it's no problem. Cool. So we have that. We'll buy out that. It's $5 grand. We'll buy out this part here as well. This part here as well. I mean, it's rather cheap compared to what we actually have. Okay, nice. Very, very nice. Okay, so we have proper road crossings here now, and we'll also have some proper roads now. Cool. So we have that. Next step is we'll connect this guy here. Very easy. Okay. Cool. So now we can plan this area here. And like I said, we need the full construction supply chain. So we're going to start out with the concrete plant. We can set this one back a little. This one needs to be supplied with obviously cement and also gravel. Cement and gravel. Let's see. The difficult part is the cement, not so much the gravel. Okay, because we have space up here, but the cement silo is pretty huge. Oh yeah, it's actually just fine. Can we turn it like this? I don't know if we can, because I can't see the... Well, we could actually just build it like this. I think that looks a little prettier. And just makes things a little easier with the road, I think. Yeah, we'll place this one like so for now. Okay, so that was the harder part, which wasn't really hard at all. And then we'll bring this guy here, just a little reclined, because we also need a bus station here. So let's try. Let's see if we can still properly, yeah, we can easily connect to that piece of road. Cool. Okay, so now we need to connect these guys with gravel, and that's going to be done by a road crossing, which is going to make this area look nice and smooth. At least that is my theory. Let's see how much that can actually hold up in reality. Okay, so we could do it like so and place a... No, I don't like it. We'll do it here. Rather short conveyors. Like so. So we can feed up gravel from the top here, and we have space for storage. I might actually bring a gravel conveyor belt down to here and split up, like have a second coal storage as buffer for this brick factory. Not quite sure, but that's gonna be future projects. For now, this is not really that important, and it's gonna be done when we can hold off on brick production for a minute. Okay, so the next one is here, because we also need that gravel to be supplied to a truck loading station. The question is where we're going to put the bus stop. Maybe we plan that one first. Can we squeeze in a bus stop here? That is the plan. We can. So let's see. We could have a bus stop here and still have room. Yes, perfect. Still have room for a road. It'll make sense in a second, don't you worry. It'll all make sense. Okay, we'll try here and hopefully that is... Yeah, look at that. That is close enough. Okay, now we do actually... We can connect these and this. And this. And now we do have a connector for the truck loading. See? Nice connector there. And that one could even be straight like so. Would we want that? Where do we need our footpath to go? We need a footpath like underneath here. Oh, that doesn't work, really. Okay, we could lift that up a little maybe. Or we just go on the road and off the road and... Or we just go here. Yeah, we'll just go here. Through the back. As Elton John would do it. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that actually looks pretty cool. Yeah, that can actually start being constructed. Don't have any quarrels with that at all. So now we just need to place the truck aggregate loading, and this is now a stylized question. I think we'll just place it here, honestly. Just parallel here. I think that looks pretty good. And then that can come down here. Cool. Now we also, of course, need... Yeah. Very cool. Okay, maybe we'll just need to plan this one first. We'll go here and then try and squeeze in that loader. Angle you a bit. I could actually angle you like so. How would that look? If we angle this here. Let's see. If we do that, would that look good? Bring down the curve here. Not quite. Not quite. It's a little bit too much of an angle. I know I'm overdoing it with the OCD here, but I mean, if we invest all that time and all that money here, it better looks right. Don't you agree? It better be looking right. So how about this angle? Much better. Much better. We could actually curve this a bit. There's just a millimeter missing here, but I'm not gonna fight for that millimeter. Just gonna angle the truck loading station a tad more, and then we've done that. Like so. Cool. That should do the trick. Yeah, perfect. Can even get this over the curve. Nice. I don't even need to. Very, very nice. Okay, so we have that, and now it's... Cancel that footpath and angle that one to match. Or can we? What about if we cancel this footpath completely? Can we come in here? Yes, we can. And then come in here and have a nice curve. Yeah, that looks much better. Cool. Could even plant some trees and whatnot. I mean, this is going to be the prettiest construction supply area ever built. And then we can come in here and here. Okay. Or can we? Here and here. Like so. I like that. Very cool. And this one will connect here. So we'll have like an intersection type connection. Very cool. We need to build that. No, all that's missing is gravel. And the gravel's going to be supplied, yeah, construction related, small aggregate storage, by an aggregate storage probably here. or here for beginners. But I think if I'm gonna go with this new plan, I might as well place it here. Because we're gonna redo the parts of these conveyor belts anyway. So I might as well make use of that space that is gonna be available soon on this side here and place it there. So we will have this space in case we really need to expand the coal storage a little bit. Okay, so that can get built actually. We'll go with, you know what, we'll go with a full-scale road construction here. I mean, why not? And that stuff can all get built. And we'll leave the alternative road for now. Because again, why not? We'll finish this one. That is not necessary to be built manually. Cool. Eventually I'm gonna place a rail crossing here as well, but we already like 40 minutes in the episode, so and we got other stuff to do as well. So I'm not gonna fiddle with that anymore. So we're gonna build this one, and now we have coal supply again, and the coal train can be loading again. Cool. So that is that. The next thing, I want to clean up this area a little bit. And we don't need the bus station here anymore, I don't think, because the people being supplied here will actually run over to our new construction area there, which we really don't need. So... oh, actually, at one point... oh no, okay, I was thinking like we need to bring a footpath here, but we don't. We have that footpath here. So, we can move the bus station. And there's a really nice spot to where we can move it. And that is here. That'll be much closer to the mine. We can then clean up all this stuff here and use that space to have a bit of a tighter, cleaner conveyor network. Because we are rich and we can afford to be concerned with building pretty stuff. I mean, that's just pretty much the base reason for that. And I'm pausing because I need to remove some roads. So, dirty trick number one. I hope I can remove this whole thing here. Yes, I can. Because this here has been a thorn in my... look at that. I mean, that is not a road. Even for Soviet Republic, even for the real Soviet Republic in 1940, I mean, the bus would just fall off and die in this hole here. I mean, that was just not... Let's see if we can do that a little bit better. Just a little. Doesn't have to be super pretty. I mean, we are just supplying construction sites, construction building, but construction material building even. But it can be a little prettier. And did I mention we're rich? Look at that, 700 grand. I just bought out a bridge and all. And we're still up to 700 grand. I know it's not the best RPG thing that we don't build everything ourselves. But... okay, let's cancel a bit of that as well. Actually... ah, shit. Yeah, perfect. Cancel a little bit of that as well. But these are changes to the existing infrastructure just to make that a little prettier, and I think that's okay to do with the rubbles. Alright, so number one is we need a road crossing here. How do we get rid of you? Oh, that's a good question. Oh, there we go. Come on. Move away. Go away. Go away. Go the F away, please. Okay. Good. That's step number one. Number two is we need... okay, I need to find the proper keys on my new keyboard. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now we are going to smooth out this area here a little bit. We're going to go with height from center. First of all, this sad-looking stuff here. We can't smooth it all out, but maybe bring it to this level here. so. I think that is much improved already. Maybe even a little higher. Oh no, but then we can't fit underneath here anymore. Yeah, that's not good. That is not good. Where's my... Let's go to this one. I think like so. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, we overdid it a little. Let's go a little lower. How about this? Okay, we can come up to... this here still stays ugly as hell. Ugly as all hell. We could move it all down a little. Smooth out this part, but then we'll still have this ugly bump in the road. Okay, let's smooth it out here first. Right from center, we'll just take this height. Like so. Which height we're gonna pick here? This is a good height. Just bring all this up and down, depending on where you look. Okay. Smooth all this out. Nice. That's where our road crossing is gonna be. Oh! This part here as well. A little gentler though. A little more gentle, rather. Okay. Like so. Okay. And now let's check. What if we offered you a road connection here, like so, and then said we want to connect here? No, that wouldn't do the trick. How did we get through here in the first place? How about if we offered you this? Yeah, it's a little better. Not great, but it's still a little better. We probably would have to remove all... Let's check it out. Yeah, I mean the hole is a little bit... As I'm saying this, it doesn't... How about the smoothing tool? That helps. There's this freaking ridge here that we can't get rid of. What if we remove the conveyor? Can we then get rid of it? Not really. It's just here. Could lift it all up, like so. And then we still have that bump. Ah, yeah. Joyous times. Alright, let's see what we could do with the conveyor. Really? Now we can't build that. There's a point here. No. There's a point. You all saw it, right? There was a green point there. here any second now. Okay, some more smooth now. Yeah, I don't know how. That is my early. Early construction here. It just doesn't work out. What if we did this first and then try to conveyor over it? Would that work? Oh, it would. Okay. I think we got that. Yeah, that is much better actually. Cool. Okay, so we have that. Only took half an hour. Okay, so we'll bring it back here. We'll take the terrain height from center. And just smooth out this part. And then we just have a little averaging to do here. But I think this is, yeah, this is much improved as compared to what it was previously. Cool. Okay, so now we need the bus station in the way here. Maybe up a little here. Just a little. Come here. Now we need a road crossing somewhere here. So. I think that is good. I should bring it up a little. Where's that other connection? Oh, it's here. Okay, never mind. Like so. We can reconnect you here. Here. Get this on this curve. No. Like so. Come here from the factory and from this one. And that should actually do it. Nice. And we gotta buy this out with rubbles. So let's just build it. There we go. Cool. And then we gotta buy out this guy as well. Alrighty. So that was a hard, difficult build, but we got it done. And hopefully the rest are gonna be a little easier. Okay, fine. Let's do it the other way. Coming down the mountain. That works, but I don't like it. I want to see. There we go. Okay, I'll just come down like so. That looks much better. And then we'll connect you. Okay, we won't. We'll connect you to here. And actually, I think this one here is shorter. So we'll bring you up to the street. Up here. Curve. Curve. Like so. Cool. Go off the wireframe, and there we have it. Also need to buy this out, and this, and this. Very nice. And that fixes this area nicely. Not that it wasn't working previously, but now it just looks better. And probably also works better. We also have that bit of construction here. Okay. And obviously this part. Okay, so now the next thing is we need to move that bus road, and that is very easy thanks to the line manager. We'll just pick one of these buses, like so. Have the... where is it? View the line details. And then we will just add a new stop here. Tell you to unload everybody that could work there. And then we'll remove this stock. And then we'll say save changes. And there we go. We have a new line. And we'll just rename this into Berlin. Oops. Oh yeah, that's my new keyboard. Coal production. Berlin coal production. Cool. Okay, we can't see anything now, but I'm sure it's working. I'm sure it is. Yeah, we'll just let this build for a minute. What happened here? Oh god. You guys need to go... where? Oh, we cut you off the... okay. Awesome. That worked quite well. So that should alleviate this situation here, hopefully. Let's see what happens. You know what? Let's just solve it like this. Okay, now they can start building the bridge here. And now we have lots of question marks here. Why is that? Where do you guys need to go? Berlin bus stop 3. What's that? Oh, why did they start construction of that already? Okay, that guy's fixed now. How about you? You need to go to the concrete plant. Well, no you don't. You really don't. You need to go to what? Construction office? Aggregate loading. Not really. No, no, no. You really don't. Where you need to go? You need to go to the oil and fuel storage. Not really. Asphalt plant will actually undo... okay, nobody here has construction. The asphalt plant is not the most important building yet, so that one doesn't need to be constructed just yet. The concrete plant, neither. Cement silo, neither. Fuel storage, neither. This one actually should get constructed, and the conveyors leading to it. Okay, so now we got one more thing, and then we're done here. We can actually remove the road here. And that bus station here, don't need that anymore. Take out the check mark. Oop. These footways. There we go. Not needed anymore. Okay, then we're gonna redo parts of this, because we're still rich, even though we pause the game all the time. We're gonna redo this. We don't need that many conveyors. It's one should be a plenty. So we'll have this guy here, and then we'll cancel you, and probably you as well. Not necessary. And we'll build one of these modded ones up here. That will make this connection a little... actually, this one we also don't need. Or do we? Hang on. Don't really like that look. Okay, so we'll have 1 in, 3 out. This one here. Yeah, that's much better. Much, much better. 1 in, 3 out. Now, if you could just remove that. Come on. Any second now. So there we go. Ah, just like that. Perfect. Turn it just a little. I probably need to take this one with the footpath connectors. Like so. Come on, we almost had it. There we go. You know what? We'll just remove that footpath here. I think that's really in the way. And then we're good to go. Yeah, it's much easier now. Yep, I think that's what we can do, and we'll auto-build this one. Great. Nice. Why you didn't... Why you didn't draw this connection here? Okay, and that gives us the opportunity to lower this terrain here just a little more over yonder, make a bit of space, like so. Smooth this out. From center, I think that is already enough. Let's find out. Now we need a small aggregate storage that we're gonna place here. Cool, that is already enough, so we can place it like so. Very nice. And then have a road connection here. Actually, just come straight. And come down here. Perfect. That can be built. Very, very nice. Okay, so that is our new construction area here. Well, not quite yet, but it's gonna be. Whew. That was a piece of work. And we're actually going to redraw this bit of road here. Here. Let's go this way, and let's go that way. And obviously you can select this curve. Why can't we have a nice curve? There we go. Cool. That'll be that. Just for fire access. It's not needed anymore to supply any workers. And that area looks cleaned up very, very nicely. Actually, I'm also gonna, while we're doing this, clean up this ugly corner here. Just give it a go. And disconnecting here, and back this one up. Cool. So that's a little smoother right here. Okay, I'm not sure if we're gonna leave this shortcut here. Maybe. Let's see. For now, I'm gonna leave it until this here is built. Okay. So for the order of business, we don't want this one here yet. We do need this one to be built as soon as they can reach here, because gravel here is the most important. And then once we have the gravel, we do need to start filling it. Very cool. Everything else works just as it did before, but a little prettier. And we're going to clean up this part here as well, I think. We might actually be able to have... Oh no, it's actually pretty clean. That's actually pretty good already. Okay. Operating without issues. What's the trouble here? Okay. Okay, it's working. It's working. It's just not sending much. Good. Okay, so we have that. We have that. We have a problem here. Cool. Not so cool. You are going where? Unfinished conveyor. This here. Okay. And you are going to where? Another unfinished conveyor. This one, okay. Any more unfinished conveyors? I don't think any more. Oh, come on, let's get rid of that part. Cool, okay. That is flowing nicely again. And now we need to construct some more conveyors. Just to connect. So the gravel storage is connected here. And then we're going to connect you. Really? Oh, okay, the footpath network here, okay. No, we can adjust that, no problem. We'll just build the conveyor first, and then we'll adjust this. Here, and connect up here, and that can get constructed. Okay, let's go again with the footpath. Should not be much of a problem. We'll just come through here. Okay. Come through here, and then connect up here. And we are not. There we go. Okay, that can then be built. Whew. Alright, so we're done here. Everything is back to business and working. Let's watch this for a minute or two. Just to make sure we're not missing any. This here works. It works. And if you look at the amount of traffic that goes by here, just imagine we have like 3-4 more trains coming through here. I mean, that would just be absolutely ridiculous if they all would block this traffic here, and then we'll have a traffic jam out until the next city there. So yeah, this should work out nicely. Cool. Okay. So that will do it for our new construction area. Now let's really, yeah, we're already at 1 hour 10 minute mark. But I'm quite pleased with what we achieved here. I do also, and we do have a bit of space here for a building if we do need it. I do want to really quickly get this area done there. Just need to speed up through the night because I can't see anything at all. This here's getting built. Yeah, it is. Don't quite have enough workers, I think, for all these construction sites, but it's gonna get done somehow, some way. Oh, speaking of all these construction sites, let's have a quick look at Stettin. Oh, lots of question marks. What the hell happened here? I done messed up. I messed up. How did I mess up? This here doesn't work. Ah, shoot. Okay, now these question marks should be solved. Oh, gosh darn it, look at that. The whole town is backed up. Oh, good job, Techie. Very, very good job. Awesome. That's the way to do it. Oh man. Nobody's working anywhere. No steel, nothing. Man. That is annoying. Okay, it's working now. But that was rather stupid of me. I didn't think. That is really a problem of the game, that if you have construction sites, it's so easy to block them off. By the way, this here can get built as well. I'll just try this out now. We lost so much time. Yeah, they can get blocked off so easily. That is really bad. Okay, so now we need to... actually, I'm gonna probably spend some time off camera to speed up our... not to speed up, but to... actually, we need to... this part. To rearrange the buses so that they're spaced out a little bit better. But yeah. Okay, let's get to work on this last bit of business today. And remember last episode I talked about having these extend up to here, the rails that is, and then fit the oil loading unloading up here. But actually we can just put it here and have the tracks loop around. That will also give us space for longer trains. So that problem is solved. And we don't need to load anything on these. We just need to unload oil. So we can put the part with the loading connectors very close to the other rails, and it's also going to be somewhat space efficient. So we're going to place this one here, and actually we found a good point in time where we could then block off this bit of road, because we need to again spend some money. Okay, apparently the road was built in 2 parts. There we go. And let's get to building. I want to come up parallel here, and then we'll actually connect this in like so. Perfect. See, it's a nice sickle shape that can get constructed, and then we're gonna cross this with a, I think a prefab bridge this time. And we're gonna make this nice and high up to here, over here. Really? Okay. We're gonna make this nice and high up to here, over here. Why can't we? Okay, maybe we'll come in from this side. That's a little easier, probably. So we'll come in like this. Go over here. That's far enough, right? And then come down here. And then we need to rebuild a bit of road here. No problem, though. Actually, we can get rid of this ugly piece of connection there. And there we go. That one and that one. Okay, you can't connect here, but that's fine. That's a smooth connection already here. Okay, how much does this cost? 170 grand? No problem. No problem. I love it. I like being rich in this game, I don't know. I don't like to play with unlimited money, but it's so satisfying when your workers and your infrastructure and all that is earning you that money that you can then spend on expanding even more. It's really, really satisfying. I can't describe how much. I think I attempted, but... Anyway, so we got this done. And this area can then be built, so we got our new cargo rail connection. Part of it anyway. The dry bulk one is gonna be built here. And we have plenty of space there. Once we moved all these cluttery buildings over to here. And actually we might have a large gravel here and then have a second conveyor line. I think I talked about that already. Go over there. For now, though, this is going to be the way it is. This here can get constructed, yes. It's just missing some asphalt, that's okay. It can be caught from here. Everything is sweet and dandy. You guys are still working. You guys are not, for whatever reason. Okay, but we do have enough coal. I mean, I think we have a full storage almost. Yeah, we do. Okay, so that is all working. We didn't mess up anything here. No, really? They're working. There's... Ooh. No alcohol available. Why is that exactly? We have no crops. But we do have crops. The distillery doesn't have crops. Is there a problem with the... maybe we don't have enough of these forklifts, huh? Maybe that's... No, actually not. It actually can't be. No, that can't be the problem. It's just a worker problem. Okay. I hope that won't be an ongoing theme. I think we just don't have enough workers there. Let's actually check. Yeah, there's still enough food here. We still have enough meat. We probably want to sell less food. And we still have plenty of food over here, so there's a bit of a buffer there. So no problem on that front. Okay, so I think we're pretty much good for the season. It was a really, really long season finale, but I wanted to get that done. Another thing we need to get done is just a real quick to finish up this here. We do need switchers like we have here. From here to there. And from there to here. And from here to... What? Okay, that works. But that one doesn't. Awesome! Well, obviously... Obviously, the problem is the power line. Everybody can see that. Everybody can see that. I mean, who could build rail connections that way? Yeah, obviously. Okay, we're gonna buy these out as well. Oh, we need to redraw the power line, but that's actually not a big deal. And here in the middle, and over there. Because we have such a nice redundant power grid now in Stettin that we can easily cut the line and do some remodeling. And nothing's gonna get disturbed. Okay, and now we need these chain connectors here. Not chain. Actually, we're gonna need mixed signals. Gonna come up here, like so. So, we'll wait for him to pass. Like so. So, why isn't that lined up? I heard you have OCD. Welcome to hell. Really? You're gonna do this to me in the last couple minutes of the episode. Come on, game. Please be a little more correct. Okay, we can go over here. And at least line these up, even though they're not lined up with these. And then we'll put the proper ones like so. Okay, and then we have a chain signal over here. Which is gonna go into a chain... What? There's no space for a signal here? Oh, okay. Fine. I keep saying we're rich, but if this stuff keeps up, that might not be true anymore. Okay, so I have to redo this part here, because the game decides it is time to spend some money on stuff nobody needs. Cool. Okay, now we can place a chain. Thank you very much. And another chain. And now we can have a connector. Crossing. Thank you very much. That wasn't too hard, was it? Okay, now we can cut off these 2, I think. We'll go with the mixed signals. We'll place them this way. Hang on. But that doesn't seem to have done the trick. This is still one block. Also, we want... Yeah, this one here is ridiculous. We don't need that anymore. Buy at least one more of these. There she goes. Let's see actually how the signals are working. So, we have a chain here. Okay, so if this here is blocked, or any of this here, obviously, the chain will be red. That's fine. So I'm coming here, and we can pick from these. Fine, fine, fine. Okay, then we have a chain here that is red when these are red. These are red when one of these is red. But they should be blue. I don't see how is this one blocked? That is really weird. You know what? We might actually put these like here. And cancel these. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. Anyway, we'll find that out, or maybe I'll play a bit in between episodes, but that will conclude this season with a very, very long last episode. But I wanted to make up for all the stuff that I didn't get done, and I had planned for this season. And so we have a long last episode and a couple of fewer episodes. I hope you enjoyed that, and hope you have a wonderful day. And until next time, see you around.